What's up, guys? This is Revolution Ricky, here to do an unboxing video. As you can see what my name is, I took the label off of the with my address because I don't want to be having everybody send me stuff or you know bombarding my mailbox with mail. So this is something I've been waiting for a very long time. So sit back, relax. I'm going to do this real quick and I'll show you what it is. I think you'll like it. All right, here it is. Finally, on vinyl. I've been waiting for this for a very long time. And no, I'm not going to play the record backwards. I don't want anybody to really actually, I know it's far-fetched, but I don't want anybody to come to life. It is the Trick or Treat soundtrack. One I've been waiting for a very long time. I've went to on a vacation. My wife's niece was getting married, and I'll try to get this in here a little bit. I basically went to 5 record stores looking for this one record. And I did find one record that was released by Fastway, but it wasn't the one I wanted. And I think it was the one album that came after this. And as anybody knows, that Trick or Treat is my favorite Halloween movie of all time. Everybody says it's not Christmas until the guy who played, Alan Rickman, who played in Die Hard, falls off the building. Well, I'm saying it's not Halloween until you play a record backwards by Sammy Kerr and he comes back to life. I mean, some people would disagree, but to each their own. But I've always loved this movie. It's always had a soft spot for me. And if anybody knows who I am, my sister would testify to that. So I'm going to turn this around, show you the back. Haven't opened it yet, but I will in a minute. I love the thing right here. They don't have it on the CD, which, let me try to grab it real quick. I've got the CD right here of the soundtrack. I do love it. I've always loved the cassette, which got me through for years and years watching this film. And I love the music by Fastway. Fastway is a very good band, underrated. Rest in power, Fast Eddie Clarke. Fastway came from Fast Eddie Clarke, who was the guitarist for Motorhead, and Pete Way, who was the bass guitarist for UFO. Both of them are talented musicians. And Dave King, who sang on these albums, who does not look like Sammy Kerr, Tony Fields, God rest his soul. But I really love this album. It's the only Fastway album I've ever wanted, but I've heard so much of their music in recent years that I actually may pick up the first 2 or 3 albums by them. But I've always loved them. And for about 20 years, I actually got by with watching this movie that I found at Walmart for $5. And I was taken aback by it and forgot that it even existed for a while because I didn't watch the movie for years. And I wondered, well, why is Ozzy Osbourne who kind of looks like the No More Tours tour Ozzy, or his No More Tears album, and Gene Simmons, who looked like basically from the early 2000s when he did his solo album called, A-Hole. I won't cuss. No telling if children are watching this, but I don't know by this. But for years, it got me through. Didn't even have a music video. Didn't have no. It was just cheap $5 movie that you found at Walmart in the $5 bin. But last year, a film company actually released this. And I loved it so much that I actually bought it. It has the soundtrack to the movie in the DVD, Blu-ray, and it has the a poster of Sammi Curr, Tony Fields. I won't open it, but many of you who have this movie will testify that it's a very good movie. Kind of cheesy. It was directed by... Hold on. Gotta find out who... Charles Martin Smith, who, if you know who he is, he played Toad in the American Graffiti movies. And he basically played the stand-up bass player for Gary Busey's Buddy Holly and the Buddy Holly Story. It was his directorial debut, I think. I'm not real sure. I don't know if I need to be fact-checked. If not, if it's true, okay. If not, oh well. I'm not really trying to do anything wrong. But anyway, I'm very excited now because it's a mission accomplished, and this is the only record that I've ever wanted. And it's limited to, stand up, 1,000 pieces, which I like that. You got I don't know what copy I got, but, to each their own. So I'm going to go spin this on my record player. Until then, peace out. Quit and keep spinning the vinyl.